Doc's in. We're talking about breakfast, most important meal of the day, and oatmeal.
Yeah, there are many studies that show that eating oatmeal has more benefits than eating fruits and vegetables. You know, we always hear eat more fruits and vegetables, eat more fruits and vegetables, but oatmeal may be as important, if not more, than eating fruits and vegetables.
So it's like a superfood.
It is. It's great for so many aspects of good health. Now, there are many different types of oatmeal, and the difference depends on how processed the original oat that they pick is.
Okay.
So the least processed oat that you can get is a steel cut oats.
Well, I was in Super One Foods just a few weeks ago, and I was trying to decide which to buy, and I didn't know what steel cut meant.
Right. So
what does it mean?
It's also called Irish. If you ever see Irish oats, Irish and steel cut are the same thing. So all they do is they pick it and they chop it up with steel blades and they put it in a package. There's no heating. There's no steaming. It's just chopped up and put in a bag. They take steel blades and they chop it up in the factory 2 or 3 times.
Okay.
It's the least processed. And because it's not processed, it has the lowest insulin-producing glycemic index. And it's the healthiest. Steel cut or Irish oats are the healthiest. Now, they're kind of hard to deal with because they haven't been processed at all. And so they take a little longer to cook. They're a little bit harder to prepare. They're just a little harder to deal with. They take more time. So
are they a little bit tougher on the digestive tract?
They are. Yeah, since they're less processed, they have more fiber. They're a little rougher, all that. Yeah. Now, next in line is old-fashioned oats, and these are my favorite. They're also called rolled oats because what they do is they pick them, and then they lightly steam them in the plant, and they roll them through a huge steel roller to flatten them.
Okay.
And that's it. Then they put them in a package. So they're very lightly processed, just enough to steam them and flatten them. And so they're easier to prepare and they're easier to deal with. And that's the type I prefer.
And what type is that again?
It's called old-fashioned oats.
Old-fashioned. Okay.
Also called rolled oats because they're just rolled once.
Okay.
Now, next in line is instant or minute oats, and these are the most processed. These are steamed and then rolled flat and then cooked and then dried again. So that's why they cook in a minute, or why they're instant oats, is because they've already been cooked and steamed and flattened and then dried again. So they're the most highly processed and they're the least healthy of the oats, the minute oats or the instant oats.
Okay.
So a lot of the nutrient content has been lost through that whole process. So to me, I like the old-fashioned type because they're still soft enough. I can dump them raw in my protein shake and still eat them.
Sure.
The steel-cut oats don't work so well in that.
Yeah.
But they still contain much of the nutritional benefit. So they're easier to deal with, especially in the morning, but they still contain most of the nutritional value, and they're the rolled or the flat oats.
It's a fair trade-off.
It is. And so, eat breakfast, number one. I think a good plan is for the average person is for 4 or 5 days a week to eat oatmeal, and then 2 or 3 days a week eat a higher protein breakfast, like maybe some eggs, eggs and toast, something like that, eggs or egg whites in the mornings.
What about oatmeal as a snack throughout the day? No,
it's great as long as you
afternoon snack.
As long as you're watching your carb intake, it is. Yeah, oatmeal is great any time of the day. I use my FitnessPal app to track my carbohydrates, proteins, and fats every day.
So yesterday afternoon when I went home and ate a box and a half of Clover Valley Thin Mints, that's not good. Huh?
Yeah, that would have blown my FitnessPal up probably. Yeah. Your phone would have shut down probably on that one. But
parts of my body did.
Yeah. The neat thing about this tracking your macros plan is you have really unlimited flexibility to eat different things as long as it fits in your plan of carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. So all you have to do is just enter in MyFitnessPal the amount and what you eat, and it keeps track of all of your macronutrients throughout the day, and you have targets that you try to hit at the end of the day, and as long as you hit them, it's fine. So you know that if you've reached your, like for me, today I'm supposed to have 225 protein, 130 carbs, and 73 fats, or 83 fats today, because it's an off day. Now, on my workout days, the carbs go from 130 to 200. So today, as long as I fit within those.
How about yesterday afternoon? I had 1 million carbs.
Oh, what about a regular person?
Yeah.
Yeah. So with a regular person who just maybe takes a light walk a couple of days a week, we would probably do maybe 100 carbs, or maybe 80 carbs a day. So I might do 80 on the days they don't go for a walk, and I might do 90 on the days they do.
Okay.
That's not many, Doc.
You'd be surprised. You'd
Really?
be surprised how much. Yeah, if you
make the right choices.
Yeah, if you're eating 20 carbs every meal, I mean that's maybe pick 2 meals that you don't eat any carbs. But if you're eating 20 carbs with your 3 main meals, breakfast, supper, and lunch and supper, you're all the way there. You know, it's not as hard as it seems. Now we would probably be doing 140 grams of protein though. So most of their food is protein-based with lots of leafy greens. So you do want to get the carbs in there, but they're eating a lot of food, but it's mostly protein-based foods. And that's where the healthy protein shakes come in to help supplement some of that. You know, you do a protein shake with a little half a cup of oatmeal dumped in there, and it gets you all the way there.
And you need carbs for energy, right?
Carbs are energy, correct. That's why we lower them on the days we're not burning as much energy, and then we up them on the days that we are.
Right.
But carbs are not just rice and potatoes.
Right. Yeah, you can do sweet potatoes. You can do veggies. Lots of different carbs. Oatmeal's great.
Fruit, carbs
Yeah,
from
fruit's a
fruit.
carb.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
it counts. Absolutely.
Okay.
So, it's great to get your carbs with healthy carbs like oatmeal and blueberries and brown rices, those healthy type carbs, and that prevents you from eating the
let's go back
unhealthy
to
carbs like the Thin Mints.
The Thin Mints, you wouldn't suggest that, Doc.
Probably not the best carb to choose.
All right.
Yeah, probably not the best. But unfortunately, some kids eat the worst breakfast that you possibly could imagine. So avoid the sugary cereals, the processed breakfasts, the sugary donuts, the Pop-Tarts, the pastries. This is the worst of the worst. And especially with our kids. Our kids usually have the worst diets they possibly could. I mean, you really want to avoid the sugar and the chemical food dyes and that from the Pop-Tarts and those type of things. A lot of times we load our kids up with chemicals, food dyes, and sugar, and then give them medication so they can concentrate and send them to school, tell them to do their best. There has to be a better way than that. The better they eat, the better you feed them, the better they will feel, and the better they'll be able to think and concentrate throughout the day. So it's well known that chemical dyes, food colorings, and sugar has a dramatic effect on concentration. So if we can follow this with our kids, if we can just feed our kids better, they will do much, much better throughout the day. Very, very important. Yeah. So kids usually have the worst breakfast imaginable, and we want to try to turn that around.
Instead of, I guess, mommies and daddies these days, because I haven't had young ones in quite a while, I would imagine they go for the something quick.
Yeah, something quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, it takes me about 3 minutes to make oatmeal with blueberries in the morning. I mean, not even that. It takes like 2 minutes. So it's just a choice thing. You can pop a Pop-Tart in a toaster and
wait 3 minutes.
Or you can make them some good oatmeal with blueberries in it and wait 3 minutes, or oatmeal with almond butter. And then on weekends, some scrambled eggs, something like that, some real food in the mornings will do a world of good for their mental capacity.
Wow.
Yeah. So let's get it done.
There's a saying, and you can use it for dieting. You can use it in life. You can use it in business. Crap in, crap out.
I thought he was going to get real philosophical and deep there,
Nope.
Wrong
show for that.
Yeah, wrong show for that.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Doc.
All right, thanks, guys.
Bryant Wellness Institutes on Facebook. Dr. Kevin Wellness Wednesday on KTDY.